I am here. This is X35 Earthwalker, the one true Earthwalker, the legendary Eternal Soldier himself, and the greatest Yu-Gi-Oh player of all time who does not use meta. And we're here with another video, and today is going to be G Golem. I'm quite excited for these cards. When I first saw G Golem in that pack, I dismissed them completely. Didn't really care. But later on when I was building some decks, I came back to it and I was like, you know what? Let me go for G Golem, man. It was a tough process getting the cards. I used 2,000 gems. I didn't get a single G Golem card, but you know, you can keep going. By grace God, we got one, and now here we are. And so I got a couple of matches in, and I've had lots of success amongst people who use different decks and stuff, not brain dead meta, and we had like some good duels. And so this is just, I guess you could say, 4 of the duels that I had with G Golem. And so we're rolling out right here. So as you see, this person did stop me. I'm gonna do a bit of like a play-by-play sort of like, if I can recall what was going through my mind when I did these duels. So at this point I thought, okay, that's the best I can do in the meanwhile that I would want to risk. So I just left, you know, Stubborn Manera out there, and as you can see, I'm taking some damage against Arrow Mage, and if you know me, you know about dueling days, I completely hate Arrow Mage. I truly hated them. They're not as bad here because there's things worse than them out here, but you know, we're gonna do what we're gonna do. So I got myself another Pebble Dog. I believe it's called Pebble Dog. Yeah, there it is. It's Pebble Dog. His effect is very useful. Like, if you're going to be doing G Golem, you need Pebble Dog. G Golem is strong. It's not brain dead better, but it's strong. And not top tier or anything like that. And it has good survivability. So you got the Crystal Heart out here. And you know, if you go for the standard, you get Crystal Heart, you get Stubborn Manera. With Stubborn Manera, you get a free monster. And bring it out to bring in one of the most strongest monsters there is. Invalid Dolmen. And I like Dolmen because it reminds me of that game Dolmen that was out there. And I played through that. Very good game. People dumped on it, but I enjoyed it. So Arrow Mage, of course, that monster shoulder. I haven't seen that girl in a long time. That Arrow Mage monster. It's been a long time, but you know, sometimes it feels good to revisit. But Arrow Mage, I'm sure there's like strong things they can do. I'm sure this player just didn't get the best possible cards. But as you can see, you have to see opponents make this mistake because no one plays G Golem. Now here's their mistake. See if you can spot it. See his battle phase. Now of course, this is in the dual replays. Everything moves faster, but that player did not remember or realize or read that you have to attack Invalid Dolmen. So he left this monster in tap position, all this kind of stuff, but he had to swing on Dolmen, and so he paid the price. That gives me an open field to do what I gotta do. Now Dolmen and Crystal Heart are unaffected by monster effects. And it's not over because I get to hit again. Let's move to game 2. I'll be right back. Oh, we back on him. Now, this second duel you see here in the video was actually my first duel. The first duel you saw was actually my second, so I swapped them around, but for good reason to see if you can spot it. But everyone's got my IQ. So here we are. Now this match, of course, I did a bit of practice in solo just to get used to how I should kind of traverse certain situations. But we're bringing him out. Rock Hammer. Rock Hammer is also a staple, you need him. Now my deck is quite a blend. I normally like to use pure breed decks, just pure off the arch side. But G Golem, there's like a total of like 4 cards for G Golem. Like, not counting the link monsters, so I had to mix it. Like, you can't run a deck with 4 cards, right? There we go. We're going for the combo. Crystal Heart, and this is pretty much what you want to do. I mean, there's other variations I've experimented, but this is what I'm doing in this video. Maybe in the future I'll try some other ways around it, because I'm sure I can get more optimal. Probably. Who knows? And we're bringing him out, the main rock himself. I mean, he looks like a rock, but he's actually a cyber, so you know. I mean, I guess with daily you can make anything. Who cares? So we got a spell card here, waiting. I left the spell card there because if he destroys it and it's in the grave, it has other effects, so that's fine. And then when I saw the cards this guy was rocking, I automatically disliked this player. He was Ancient Warriors. I hate Ancient Warriors. I have no respect for Ancient Warriors. They look kind of cool. I know what they're based off, you know, but no. So this guy, I knew he was going to go kind of crazy on me. I said, expect at least 3 or 4 monsters. So let's see what happens. Then you got that dude. I hate that card. Now, as you can see, he's using the effect, but we are unaffected by monster effects. The Crystal Heart and Invalid Dolmen, we're safe from that. But that doesn't mean we're safe full stop. You know, this is Ancient Warriors. And here we go. You just happen to have that card, dude. We all know he added it. So this person was like planning it out. But then again, he doesn't know what Invalid Dolmen does because you destroyed Invalid Golem. Now this is going to show the intelligence of a lot of these brain dead meta users. Like, he's not really aware. Invalid Dolmen really holds him during this entire duel. And using that card shows he doesn't understand how Yu-Gi cards work either. But alright. So remove Invalid Dolmen, that's fine. Now pay attention. Invalid Dolmen's effect continues. So watch carefully, everybody. And I had the perfect counter to his Ancient Warriors. So first, I had to get rid of I baited him with that. See? Negated. Negate again. He's not smart. Then use my effect, get rid of the one who hasn't used this effect, and therefore, there you go. Thank you. Kurekala, Divine Garnets. That card, I'm not gonna lie, that card really counts as a lot of brain dead meta. And it's fun when people just don't realize what's happening. So I took his monster. But of course, this guy is not gonna lay down easy. He said, nah, I didn't come all this way for nothing. Uses... yanks it back. He said, that's actually mine, thank you. He took back what I stole from him. But look, again, he's not using his head. That's negated. So it's the end turn. His cards don't work, and he hasn't realized why it's not working. That's the funny part. So that's free damage. End phase. So, you know, I mean, when I steal something, I steal it to stay. So I'm just taking it back again. Like, you want to try to take it back again? So we're right now fighting over this card that originally belonged to him. So end phase. Shouldn't do much. So, you know, free. Let's see. So we draw. We've got the hammer. And once we go for his face down card, but my dude's like, plan for it. Okay, so you're gonna negate my monster, reduce this attack point for his ability, but I was like, that kind of changes nothing. So, you know, he went out swinging. He said, I'm gonna use my cards right to the end, and that brings him his defeat. So you're already seeing the nuisance of Dolmen, and people are not aware of what G Golem can really do. Alright, duel number 3. Now, I believe this is the Cyber one, I think. I hate Cyber. Just make it clear. You probably know by now I hate a lot of things in Yu-Gi-Oh! Modern Yu-Gi-Oh, man. Too crazy. So we're starting off. We're bringing out the hammer. And you know, it's quite a fitting name. He does hit quite hard with his effect. So you got our free tokens right there. You know, just chilling. In defense position. And you know what to expect by now. You know, I'm sure y'all can play it with me. Stubborn Minir. Some say Minir, some say Minhir. But then again, it's like... Again, that's like a country thing. Crystal Hearts, I hear bopping. Now things do get a little bit crazy, but you'll see what I mean. So you do the standard, bring out Swap Cleric. Swap Cleric is honestly a good card. It hasn't got a pivotal role in this deck, of course, but you know, Swap Cleric, you can make some things happen. So here we are. Discard a card, draw a card. Because I was hoping maybe I can get one of the more essential cards that I needed. And plus, you know, Lady Debug, good for a backup. Yeah, tributing my monsters. I hate that so much. But battle phase, he did not read what Dolmen does. So now he has to slam into my Dolmen. He gets a card, but I just really hate it when you can tribute your opponent's monster. I only have one card that can do that just to counter the nonsense that opponents can do. But other from that, I don't do that. Alright. Oh yes, I forgot. He did activate that card. Now that card did not worry me. When I saw that, I was like, okay. It's something like, it's like, I'll just deal with that later. It's not going to be a card that's going to scare me off my style or what it is I'm trying to do. So you use Reborn the monster and bring it back Stubborn Minir. His effect activate because he came back from the grave. Here we go. We'll kind of line it up. And you can pretty much guess who's coming back. The other centerpiece is Crystal Hearts. Crystal Heart is back in its rightful place. Of course, I don't have the buff right now because Crystal Heart was destroyed earlier. And now he's like, okay, let me negate that damage. Okay, fine, but you know, I can attack again. You got to second up that card? No, you don't. You only got 2 copies. You know who you think you are. So that was it. So now I was like thinking, you go one turn, dude. You go one turn. You better make a move. And he started making moves. So you know when you regret something. It's like, okay. So your Cyber Dragon. Oh dear. So I was like, okay, he's going kind of crazy. So he said he's fighting back. He's fighting back. He's not scared of G Golem. Nobody knows what G Golems are. It's like, when's the last time you saw someone use G Golem? So once again, he has to attack me, so he loses his monster. My effect now activates. So again, I'm not worried. Then he brings this thing back, and I was like, yo, this boy is not playing. But you know, again, so survivability and recoverability, well, more like recoverability is good with G Golem. I say very good. So then, you know, just comes right back like nothing happened. And this time, I'm stronger. Do you even lift, bro? And Valid Dolmen does. Now I decided to do this because I had an idea in mind what I was going to do, but then I looked at the field and I was like, you know, it's not necessary, so I stopped myself. I just went straight to battle phase. It's like, he didn't deserve all that. He activated his card, but it's not going to work, dude. He doesn't know what invalid the Dolmen does. It's always funny every time I see that. People don't know what that card does. And there you go. And I had another attack in reserve as well. Ooh. Now this one might be the wildest one, but it's a good test of what I can do with it as well. Like I was saying, I've never seen anyone rolling with G Golem. I've never seen anyone use G Golem, so nobody knows what to do with G Golem. That's why people are making mistakes. They don't know what Invalid Golem does when he goes to the grave. They don't know that you have to attack some of these boys head on. Like, people don't know about G Golem. So these mistakes, even though they're funny and they're very stupid, it makes sense. No one rocks G Golem. In all my years of Yu-Gi-Oh, I haven't seen a single person use G Golem. The same. So I put my card face down hoping he would destroy, but he did not take the bait. And we're up against Dark Magician. You know how I hate these guys. They went from cheap into brain dead better with a few updates. So, but it's still Dark Magician. You have to respect it to some extent. So Eternal Soul, 1,000 Knives. So I was like, okay, we know for that card's going to be a problem. He said he's going to snipe one of my monsters, sniper style. No Fortnite. Alright. So you're going with that. Free. And again, I'm hoping that he'll get rid of, you know, my little ghost over there. But we'll see. So Minerva's on the field, and you already know what's coming next. So there's no interruptions, and again, I'm keeping an eye out for that Eternal Soul as well. We'll see. You know what's going to happen. You guys know what's going to happen. Play the cards with me. Play the cards with me. But this time I'm going to use the hammer. I don't like the fact that it's removed from play, but you know what? It's a price to pay. There has to be a price to some of these moves. You don't want something to be overly, stupidly strong like some of these decks are. Go straight in. You're going to take that piercing damage. There's no safeness. I mean, think of it like Asian Gear Golem, but just stronger. And I love Asian Gear Golem. Asian Gears, that's my jam, bro. That's my jam. Ever since seeing Dr. Veli and Crowler. There it is. This is the card y'all been waiting for. Go ahead, get your extra card. So cheap. It's so cheap. And here comes the girl, the girl of Magician Dart. 1,000 Knives. I was like, I'm gonna let it happen. I said I'm gonna let it happen. I'm not gonna swing. Because of that, we all know what's going to happen now, but let's see if he knows. So I let it happen. I let it happen. I still got my solemn judgment. So he busted my card up. You know what that means. Effect activates. Like, I know he's going to get destroyed. I just wanted to add a Pebble Dog to my hand. I was like, that card's disabled, dude. You can't use it. But let's see if he catches on. He's like, let me get my Dark Magician up out of here. And he gets 2 more of these Magicians. Why? That's ammunition. But again, he didn't realize what's going on. He wouldn't have done that move and he paid attention to the power of Invalid Dolmen. So let's see now. Remember, keep an eye on Eternal Soul. Just like that last guy. He kept on trying to use a card that was negated. Here we go. Eternal Soul. Nope. So now we got 2 Pebble Dogs. Again, I can recover quite well with G Golem. Not the best at recovering, but it's good. You know, I mean, like, if you want garbage recovery, look at Earthbound Immortals. And I love Earthbound Immortals, but they suck right now. You can't do nothing with them. So get Pebble Dog out of here. Draw a card. Pebble Dog's effect is discarded. Give me my card. Here we go. Gravity Balance. So he loses his girl. Go for the attack. I was like, you got 1 turn, dude. I said, you got 1 turn, or you're about to get steamrolled. No, Augustus Cole. That's a reference right there. Look at it, try it again. This guy doesn't learn. You see, surely I can use it now. No, dude, you can't. Just stop. Here we go. We got 2 of them Pebble Dogs. He's using it again. He's using it again. I'm telling you guys, it's just funny. It really is. It's like, he's confused. He's scratching his head like, what's going on? Why can't I use this card? He probably thinks I'm hacking. I bet after this duel, he reported me for cheats. Like, I'm not a PC player, dude. I'm not cheating. Like, he doesn't have any clue. So I'm going to attack. Yeah, he probably reported me for cheating. He's probably wondering, like, I must have disabled this card. He has no clue what happened in that duel. But that was G Golem. And what's going on? Make sure to do the Earthwalker. See you guys around.